Hello and welcome to this edition of the High Tech Glossary. Before we get started, you know the deal. Click down there to subscribe for all future editions. So today we're looking at ethnography, and in particular we're going to look at how it can be used in marketing. Ethnography is a branch of anthropology, so let's start there. Anthropology is the scientific study of human nature. Ethnography explores human behaviour from the point of view of the subject. It seeks to understand not just what people do, but also why they do it. In marketing, ethnography allows companies to understand the relationship between consumers, products and brands within their own cultural setting. It requires immersion into the ways consumers interact with products and services in their everyday lives. This is important because there are gaps between what consumers say and what they actually do. In fact, ethnographers like to identify these inconsistencies because they do tell us something about true motivations. You might be thinking, well, this just sounds like classic market research, but there are significant differences between market research and ethnography. Market researchers develop hypotheses and then they test those hypotheses against dependent and independent variables. But on the other hand, ethnographers refrain from making any assumptions about their subjects. In the book Ethnography for Marketers, Marian Polsky writes, "Ethnography takes research out of the laboratory and into the homes, offices, stores and streets. It can offer insights into consumer languages, myths and aspirations, insights that will meet the toughest challenges brought up by strategic thinkers and brand planners." Ethnography requires keen powers of curiosity, observation and insight, all of which can be improved with practice. So how can you start doing it? Well, one of the most common practices is going out and spending time with consumers in their natural environment, long enough that they feel comfortable and act naturally. Ethnography can be used to figure out a customer's true needs, wants and desires, uncover a customer's hidden attitudes and behaviours, get clear feedback on a product's design, develop new products, or even just test out a new website or app. Sample sizes are smaller for ethnography than other research practices as it is time and labour intensive. But because of the depth of the insights that you will find, a group of even 6 to 10 participants can yield great results. Many brands choose to partner with external agencies to carry out this research because it is really important to remove bias from the observation. A story will help bring this to life. This is one of my personal favourites, and it comes from a colleague's experience a number of years ago. A children's toothbrush company wanted to know why their customers were using the product less. Now, they could have sat around in a meeting room and looked at industry or market research data to try and understand the problem. They could have worked with design based on their assumptions to make the product more effective or launch a whole new product range. But to get to the root of the challenge, they needed to observe the customer using the product in their own cultural context. So they went out to observe in the home, with parental permission, obviously. At the end of an in-person ethnography process, the ethnographers observed that it wasn't so much about the product itself, but rather the routine that surrounded its use. Kids linked brushing their teeth with going to bed. And since they didn't want to do one, they didn't want to do the other. The company launched a new range of toothbrushes to make the activity fun and an ad campaign to encourage children to brush for the recommended 2 minutes. This led to a huge boost in sales and in product usage, and it really wrote the playbook that other rivals have since copied. In the digital age, ethnography is of course further enabled by technology. Mobile ethnography allows consumers to self-record in the home and share photos, quiz responses or their emotions at points of the day over a mobile device. This is much cheaper and it adds more data to the research pool. So in summary, ethnography brings to light invaluable insights that are rooted in lived experience. It is a branch of anthropology the science of human nature, and it takes the perspective of the subject, often by observing consumers in their natural context. Don't forget to subscribe for more of these high-tech glossary videos. Thank you.